Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Megaquarium, Freshwater Frenzy campaign. Thank you for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So between episodes I have expanded this place out quite a lot up here, and this is going to be our new expansion area. And I didn't quite like the way the bridge looked, and it looked like an owl, didn't it? And I didn't quite like that. I tried extending down on both sides and that still didn't look quite right. And then I saw in our log here, every day we get some autopsy reports of the guppies not growing and then other reports of the guppies actually growing. We have in here some Dwarf Crocs for sale. So I'll actually get 2 of these when we click on this, and we already have a tank for them just here that I've put in, and then when we get this we will cut out this line of walls here, and that will mean everybody can go into this area here. I think what I might do for now is actually just block people off from that bit, because I think this is going to be a staff area down here. And so they'll just be able to go into this area here. Now of course this is a big open area which there's nothing in it, but it will mean that people are spaced out a bit more. We'll need to get some more vending machines and stuff, and probably another toilet block over here. But I think this is probably the best way to do this for now. And then we've also got a feeding tank over here which is going to be for our discuses, because we already do have a couple of hybrid discus in here to actually get us started with the breeding campaign, and we actually have them available in here to buy as well. So we'll be able to fill this up with as many as we need. You can see we have so many guppies. And I'll take you over to that tank now actually, so we can see just what's going on there. We're up to 60 out of 245 in here. I think my goal is essentially to try and fill this tank as much as we can while this level is going on. You can see we have some scarlet ones, we have fuchsia, we have lilac, we have lots of different of the patterns now. We have leopard, inked, cobra. We have emerald ones, and we're up to guppy number 42 with the regular style ones as well. So yeah, these are going really well. So I'm just going to leave these to tick over and just... I'm going to keep the breeding reports on as well, because we want to know what's going on with our other stuff. In this tank we have had success again, and we're back up to 5 now. However, we will be culling these down once we start getting complaints that they can't grow up. We'll just sell off all the adults, well, sell off as many as the adults as we can. But today, let's get these Dwarf Crocs in. So I've cut this line off here so that we're not going to get any negative prestige from this tank just yet. And this is already also hooked into our acidic mains here. So we should just be okay to click on these, grab these out and stick them straight into this tank. Now they are going to need some vegetation and some light as well. I also wanted to try and put some of these cardinal tetra in here. If we have a look at these dwarf crocodiles, they will eat animals size 3 to 15. However, these cardinal tetras are size 2, so they will be perfectly fine to go along with the Dwarf Crocs in here. And it also gives us another animal type to add to our collection. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. I believe that's right. Yes it is, okay. So we just need a load of plants, and we'll especially need some of that, I think it's called snake grass, yes it is. So we'll put 2 on either side there. That's actually all we need for that. And then we need some lights. I think for this we'll grab the large lights, we might as well. There we go. So now we actually need to try and breed the dwarf crocodiles. Okay, so what do they need breeding wise? All actually they are all met. Okay. Lights are present to induce spawning. Looking for a mate, 25% chance to find a mate per day. Well, there's only one other creature for you to find that you can actually mate with in there, so it shouldn't be too difficult. We'll get some herring. Herring is here. I'll place that there. And what I might do is extend out the area for olive. Let's have a look. Olive here. Oh no, it's not Olive. It is Nancy. There we go. Because Nancy has a high feeding skill. And a feeding stick. So she's actually really fast at feeding high profile creatures. As we can see here. So if we go like that and extend that into this area, we actually need to put that into it as well. And then she will be able to look after these guys. I don't know if this actually needs to be in there, but we may as well have the whole of this tank in there. So she's able to feed the ripsaws and feed these guys, and that's going to be her main goal. And I think this I'm going to rename to Fussy Eaters. So there we go. I've only got Nancy in there because she's got the high skill, and she actually has in her advanced thing. She's not doing any of the no skill, and she's not doing any of the low skill either. She's just looking at the high and very high skilled stuff, and so she will prioritize these two tanks over everything else. I have just seen that we still have too little filtration on these tanks, and a little bit too little filtration on these ones as well, now that we put all of these in. So I am actually going to sell off these earth eaters here, and I've moved on all of the maintenance stuff away from this side and onto this side, making use of these larger pumps here. And I think I'm actually going to need to have another one on each of these. I'm going to put another of these large nitrate filters onto there, and that should solve the problem for the acidic stuff. And I'm wondering whether these UV filter things are actually making any difference at all. If we take that off, you can see we're down to 78, and we were on 79, so it's only doing 1% there. And then that does actually solve the problem. Okay, so the nitrate is actually more effective than the UV. So again, here we can swap these back over and add that onto there. Okay, so we do actually need some. Let's take those back out again. And we'll grab the UV sterilizers. We'll place one there and one there. And that has solved it for now, but that's because we've got so many guppies in here. I mean, this is just ridiculous, isn't it? We may actually have to go through Guppygeddon and just get rid of all of these, or at least get rid of the pond life on top, so that we can kind of sterilize them in a way, stop them from just breeding out of control. But this looks like it's okay now. We press play and nothing is severely complaining. So I believe that we can open up this area now and open up this area as well. We'll just go all the way around here. Now what we could do is add some more of these jetty tanks in all the way down here. But I fancy doing something a bit different at the back. I don't want it to all be just the same all the way down. And now if we press play, then people can come over here and see these crocs, and they can just wander into this area as well. In this, I think I want to have a look at a podium, see what is available here. So we have a Dwarf Crocodile talk worth a lot of prestige. We're going to do that at 12 o'clock every 2 days. So that'll be good. We'll press play on that. We have again all the guppies in the world. And the earth eaters. So over here, yeah, we've got 2 adults. So that's fine in there. And we have still too little filtration. So yeah, this is getting to a stage where we are going to actually need a separate line, and it's going to start being a bit of a problem as well, isn't it? Because every day we get more guppies, we get guppies being killed off, but more guppies are growing than are being killed, so that's fine. So I'm willing to keep this going for a little bit. But obviously it's going to get too much eventually. Now where can I actually put one of these? I mean, we could just put one over here for now. But no, I think I'll stick it over here, and I've just put a load of these UV filters on for now. I want to see how we go with this, whether we get bogged down. We do have some very, very good maintenance people here. So it might be okay, and as the other maintenance guys level up, they'll get better as well. All of these, wow, so many guppies, so many guppies. I mean, you can see that even though we do get a lot dying every day of the babies, and we still get like at least an extra one most days. Let's get rid of the autopsy reports and all of the guppies. It's just guppy, 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 guppy. That's the saddest sight in the world. Oh yay, you got some people. You got like 2 people listening to the final "thank you for joining us today" kind of part of the speech there. Well done, Emma, well done. Go for talking. And in this tank we still don't have any crocs. It has been 4 days though, so they've had a average of 100%. These are both looking for mates. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we have waiting for an unoccupied plant to breed. Okay, so we need extra plants in here. So let's do that. Let's get some corkscrew vallis down at the front. We'll do a nice little bit like that. And so now you should be able to, okay. 27% chance of breeding today, so they have found a mate. So yeah, hopefully within 3 to 4 days we should have a pregnant crocodile. Let's see. Hey, they've bred. Okay, so they have bred. And so you're okay, and you're okay. Aha, crocodile eggs. What do we... I'm going to press pause for a minute. What do these need? Is there anything? There's 6 of them, 85% chance of survival, so we should be fine there. Yeah, I can't see any problem with them. They are on the land. Miko has leveled up with your fixing. Let's have a look now. Lots and lots of autopsy reports today. And just more breeding all over the place. Let's just have a look in here. These guppy fries. Oh, they haven't been fed. Ooh, okay. Let's stick another brine shrimp in here, just in case it's that. I don't think it is, but just in case. Obviously there's going to be a lot of feeding needed for here. We are actually being fed now, but I think it's because you are actually... Oh, it's Emma, that's why. We've been focusing on your feeding. I'm actually going to turn your feeding off. Yeah, we've been focusing on your talking. I'm going to turn your feeding off so that you don't end up feeding them. I'm not too worried about some of them dying of hunger now. I just wanted to make sure that the right person was doing feeding in general. And so yeah, we just need to keep an eye on this and make sure these eggs are going to grow up, and we should be fine. It's actually 8 days before they grow up. So we're now halfway through day 7 out of 8 on these. However, these guppies are getting a little bit out of control now. I'm going to press play and carry on, and then we can see this guy finally grow up. But I think it's about time that we stopped these guppies from breeding and just filled that tank up with some passive filtration and a load of vegetation. They should be okay. Now this guy, when he grows up, just nearly there we go. Okay, let's just press pause for now, because we're going to need a couple of things in here. We're going to need an extra snake grass just there. Is that actually the best place to put it? I don't think so. Let's click on here and let's move that one out of the way. I'll place it down there. I think that'll be okay. It's just right in front of the grass, right in front of the glass there, which makes it a bit awkward. So we have a Dwarf Crocodile 3 now here, and they are able to breed once it's fully grown. I don't know how many I want in here. I mean, it's going to get a bit crazy if we just start having loads and loads and loads of crocodiles in there. But they're probably actually quite good to sell off. How much are actually these worth? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they're worth 1,000 each. They're not bad. Not bad. They're not hybridizable at all, so we can't do anything with that. These tetras aren't as well, so we don't have to worry about breeding those at all. But yeah, I think because we're starting to get a bit of problem with filtration pretty much everywhere, to be honest. We need a bit more passive filtration in here. Let's get some rubble. Stick this down. There and there. And then some small rocks. I'll just stick these all the way around where we can. And this just means that we can get a little bit of filtration for free. And then I think these guys, we're going to want to sell them off. What is their condition for breeding? All care requirements met. I think it's the rocks, isn't it? Flat slate. So if in here we say we want to take out that one there, and we want to add in instead, which will it be? It'll be a rocky overhang into there. That will actually stop these guys from breeding, I believe. So we'll see once they grow up, but I believe that will stop those from breeding. And now over here, the way we stop these guys from breeding is by selling off all of this, and just sold off one of them, no, 2 of them by accident. We sell off all of that, and then we just add in, so like some grass like that. We do actually need some of a floating cover. So I'll add a little bit in, but we don't want too much of it. And one of these. And that's it. So there's non-actual spare stuff for them to actually mate in. And then we need some vallis around here. Like that. And that's that tank okay. So now we can fill it with a little bit of passive filtration in the form of some rubble. And then under there. That's a load of filtration there as well. And then whatever's left in here will either survive or die off. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with whatever happens in here. So I've just realised we made a bit of a mistake with these crocodiles. And I don't know if if it will fix itself. When we actually bred this guy up, we didn't actually go on here and say, yes, I'll see what I can do. So yes, that has completed immediately. That's good. I like that. Okay. So now we need to, what's this, return the favour. Okay, so we need to give, oh, it's just grown up. Okay. So we do actually need another one. So if we can we do this? Ah, yes we can. Okay. Right, because it hadn't fully grown yet, we can actually do this part of it as well. It's Kenna again. Congratulations on getting the pair to breed. You know, I was wondering what it would be like to have a perfectly good baby crocodile tank here in Rossanth. Would you consider donating one of your baby crocs back to us? Yes, I would, especially for 150 base prestige. Thank you so much. We'll give the little guy a good home. And so, I believe that's everything, I think. So we'll delete that. Is there anything I need to do for this now, or is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Yes, because we can go and delete that. We can delete this. And we'll see if any other messages come through from that. But we're now on a decent amount. We need to get 4,500. And I think if we actually start the Discus breeding program here and open up this tank, we might actually be able to do that. So let's have a look at the Discuses. So we have a mission here for hybrid Discus. Well, at least we have some for sale. Now these are hybridizable. They are they thrive will eat live Artemia. So what I might do is, before we even get these going, I'm going to get do we even have live Artemia? No, we don't. Okay, I'm going to get a zooplankton over here anyway. So that as soon as that live Artemia comes, we can grab that. And I suppose we'd better actually just grab these. Okay. So we have a yellow Discus and a spotted Discus. And we'll place both of these into here. So these guys, let's just have a look at these. They need to be in a shoal of at least 4. So if we get another 2 of the regular ones, 1 and 2, okay, so they're fine. They need to be on the acidic network, but it's probably best to make sure it's all okay first and then just add it onto the other network. So if we come in and go with a large pump, and I want this to be around about there, I suppose. And we'll make sure this is all okay first. So if we go for a large, well, a mega RO thing, and we'll also put a little bit of the bogwood stuff in here. So bogwood trunk. Did I actually get a bogwood forest yet, or is that in... No, that's in rank 11. We get a bogwood forest there. So that has actually solved our problem with that, but I think we're probably best off putting more bogwood into this. So I think I want to have a few of these around as well. And we'll worry about the rest of it in a bit. We need to get the heat in. So this is going to need 2 of the mega heaters. So go 1 and 2. We actually need 85 for the filtration, which is quite a lot to be honest, especially for a freshwater one where we don't have the ability to use the combi filters. So we'd want one of those. That seems like it has actually done it. Okay. So we want krill and we want supplement. And these are really, really high level as well. So we're going to want, again, we're going to want to extend this area out, this fussy eaters area. So if we grab Nancy, is it Nancy? Well, you, hang on. Nancy, why aren't you in any zone? Did I actually delete that zone? Let's do fussy eaters. Fussy Easter. Fussy eaters. We want Nancy to come into this one. And then we want to mark this zone as being all of that area there, all of this area there, and then all of that area, all the way down here, and there. And I'm even going to give her this area as well. And we want to give her that area there. Because she may actually want to feed these guys from the other side. Oh, actually no, she can't, can she? So if we take that out and that out. I'm only going to give her a very, very specific area that I want her to feed the fish in. Because I want her to be as efficient as possible. I think that'll be okay. So again, let's make sure that Nancy is in the fussy eaters area and that is okay. That's good. Is there any other feeders we can actually put in there? Now that we have a few more things to worry about. You're the only one with 10 in feeding. Oh no, we have 10 in feeding here. So Tobias, you are also going to go in fussy eaters. So we have Miko and Olive in maintenance and Nancy and Tobias in fussy eaters. So that should be good there. It should be enough to take care of these guys here. So again, yes, we want to have some krill. I'll put that on this side. And we want to have some which is it? Supplement. Where are you, supplement? There you are. And that does mean that that zone is going to have to be increased again. So we'll go to here, and I want to increase that to there. Okay, so that should give them enough space to be able to get everything that they need. And so now we just need to make sure that these are comfortable. We need some floating cover and some vegetation. just regular vegetation. So if we go for these, go for those there, that'll give them enough floating. And then the regular vegetation, I'm going to go for some of these mothballs. Okay. And so now what do we need for actual breeding? Okay, all care requirements have been filled. So we have, yeah, these will just get on and breed when they want. So this is why I've stopped the guppy breeding campaign for now, because we're going to get onto the discuses. And having the log filled up just quite that much is going to be a bit bad whilst we're trying to take care of these and make sure all these are okay. Once these are okay, and once we know what we're doing with them, it'll be a lot easier to make them work with other breeding campaigns. So we should be fine just like that. And also we want to see what podiums do in this area. So if we say, no, I don't actually need that, that's fine. So yeah, just the prestige from this will be good. So these discus, they're not breeding yet, and that is because they have a requirement that they need, the pair of them actually need to be on their own to be able to mate. And so we're going to have to build a little nursery tank out the back here. I don't want it to be too big, and I think if we can actually get away with something like, how big are these? These are size 5, and then we'll need some space for the eggs as well. Don't exactly know how big the eggs are. So if we said that we want a basic tank, a maximum size basic tank here, and that can be added on to this network just straight away with no problem at all. And then we want to move this yellow discus into there, and the one of the regular discus into here as well. That will give us the best amount of space in here to be able to have 2 breeding in here and 2 breeding in here, and hopefully we'll be able to put everything back together once we've got them. We need 3 different colours of discus, and we need 4 different patterns of discus. We already have 2 because we have the basic colour and we have the spotted, and then with this we have the basic colour and we have the yellow. So by putting the patterned and the basic one in here, and the patterned and the regular one and the yellow one in here, hopefully we will maximise our ability to actually get different patterns and different colours. So in here we do actually need some floating stuff, so I'm hoping that this lettuce, I know this needs, oh actually this does work, okay. So we could put one of those in and that will actually solve all those needs. And okay, so these need to be in a bit of a bigger tank. So if we get, say, let's have a look. If we had a small size lagoon tank like that, and put those into there, and this into there, we sell that one, we bring this over to here, and we connect it up onto this, and that should be okay. We can also get to here, but with these fussy eaters, I might want to just increase it slightly, just so that we've got these bits in it as well. So if we go to staff, we go to fussy eaters, let's just bring those bits into it as well, and that should be fine. So we'll press play, we'll make sure everything's okay, keep an eye on all the other tanks, make sure there's no warning signs coming up, which is good. I have had to add in another one of these, and this is just temporary until we get to rank 11. We can get the large size UV sterilizers in there, and we'll be able to consolidate down a lot of this. And then Emma has leveled up, we want your talking to go up. yeah, let's see what happens with this now. So we do now have some Discus spawn which are growing up here. They've just been born today. So these will grow up into the fry, and then the fry will need the Artemia here. But I think that is something I can do between episodes, make sure all this is working fully, and then we can work towards getting most of this complete and getting up into rank 11 next episode. So that is everything for now. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.